I have no idea what number this is. So, yeah. But this is a continuation of from the book I put together that I published on Amazon a few weeks ago called The Quran Says What? Yeah. Alright. Continue here. Apparently, enough of it, Aramaic, survived for Mel Gibson to make The Whipping of the Christ. I mean, The Passion of the Christ. Again, if the Quran is true about Allah only giving books to prophets in their own language, then how come the book given to Isa is called the Gospel or Injil? Not an Aramaic word, but a Greek word for good news. How come? Think, oh, slave of the best deceivers. Think. Yeah. Muslims believe in the original revealed words given to Moses and Yeshua. If so, then when did those books become corrupted and not original to make all those scriptures in the Quran a joke when it says the Quran confirms the before scriptures? Was it before or after Quran 16:101 and Quran 2:106 about abrogation? Was it before or after they were handed down, those scriptures? Again, before or after. The books are Torah and Injil and Zabur of David, the Psalms of David, and the Psalms are in the Old Testament. New Testament original manuscripts were not Greek, it was Aramaic. I bet you're right. Where those original manuscripts? Well, where are the bones, leaves, and shoulder bones that had the original Quran written down on them? Simply, Greek Romans changed it into their language. If so, and if that means they are corrupted, then you're admitting that the corruption of the before scriptures occurred before the handing down of Quran 16:101 and Quran 2:106, making Quran 568 a joke and a lie when it tells Jews and Christians to stand firm upon the Torah and Injil. It also makes it a lie that a Christian should use the Injil to judge their end of the Quran with Quran 547. It also lies for telling you, a Muslim, to make no distinction between Allah's books if the Quran is the only book of Allah that is not corrupted. Face it, if the Torah and Injil are corrupted, then Quran 16:101 and Quran 2:106 are lies when it says Allah abrogates scriptures that have been lost or corrupted or, replacing them with something the same or better. It also proves that the Quran is a lie about not being able to change or alter Allah's words. Even Bible scholars deny that their whole New Testament is Jesus' own words. Right. Right, for a lot of them are Paul's, John's, Peter's, you name it. I don't see yeah, right. I don't see how that means that the Injil is not to be stood firm upon, like Quran 568 commands Christians to do with the Injil. The Injil. Injil is the gospel of Jesus mentioned in the Quran, revealed in Aramaic. Quote, Injil is the Arabic word for gospel, and gospel is a Greek word, not Aramaic. Being the case, how come Allah supposedly sent a book to Aramaic how come Allah supposedly sent a book to Aramaic Jesus with a Greek name, not Aramaic name? Gospel is Greek, not Aramaic. How come, O slave of the best deceivers? How come? It doesn't exist anymore. If not, if that Injil doesn't exist anymore, then again, you're admitting that corruption of the before scriptures occurred before the handing down of Quran 16:106 and 2:106, making Quran 568 a joke and a lie when it tells Jews and Christians to stand firm upon the Torah and Injil. It also makes it a lie that Christians should use the Injil to judge their end of the Quran with Quran 547. It also makes it a lie and a joke to come to me for my reading of the before scriptures with Quran 1094. It also makes Quran 4 136, 150, 151, 152, 285, and 40, 72, 72 lies for telling you, a Muslim, to make no distinction between all his books. If the Quran is the only book of all of that is not corrupted, face it. If the Torah and Injil are corrupted, then Quran 60:101 and Quran 2:106 are lies when it says all abrogate scriptures that have been lost or corrupted, replacing them with something the same or better. It also proves that the Quran is a lie about not being able to change or alter all his words. Also, if the Injil is lost or corrupted, then you make Quran 5:30. You make Quran 3. Verse 55 and Quran 61 verse 14 lies about Jesus and his followers prevailing and being uppermost until the day of resurrection. How much time do I have left here? Oh, I still have some time, yeah. But its message had been messed up by later generations. If so, then again, you you make Quran 3 verse 55 and Quran 61:14 lies about Jesus and his followers prevailing and being uppermost until the day of resurrection. For the only Injil that is uppermost is the New Testament. That is gospel to Christians of today and has been. And today it is available in the form of the Bible, unquote. The fact that the message of the gospel of Jesus is proven by the different versions, unquote, of the Bible. Who cares? Who cares? All have Jesus going to the cross and making sense of the sin offerings and blood atonement described in the Torah, Allah's book given to Musa. These books no longer are in their pristine form. So, yeah. Yeah. They still made sense and make sense of the sin offerings and blood atonement described in the Torah, Allah's book given to Musa. They have been tampered with. If so, then the Quran is a lie with Quran 3:55, 16, Quran 3, verse 55. Yeah. And 61:14 about Jesus and his followers prevailing being uppermost until the day of resurrection. If so, then the Quran is a joke and a lie when it tells Jews and Christians to stand firm upon the Torah and Injil. It also, and I pretty much hit him with the exact same thing, but what the heck, I'll just keep on going, yeah, I'm repeating myself. It also makes a lie about Christians, it also makes it a lie that a Christian should use the Injil to judge therein of the Quran, with Quran 5, to judge therein, use the Injil to judge therein of the Quran, with Quran 5:47. It also makes it a lie and a joke to come to me for my reading of the before scriptures with Quran 1094. It also makes Quran 4, 136, 150, 151, 152, 285, and 40, 70 through 72 lies for telling you, a Muslim, to make no distinction between all his books. If the Quran is the only book of all that is not corrupted, face it. If the Torah and Injil are corrupted, then Quran 16:101 and Quran 2:106 are lies when it says Allah abrogate scriptures that had been lost or corrupted or forgotten, replacing them with something the same or better. It also proves that the Quran is a lie about not being able to change or alter Allah's words. What is Injil? What is Injil? The New Testament that Muhammad mistook as being a book given to Isa, when it never was a book. I call him Muhammad Mo. Mo made the same mistake, believing the Torah was a book given to Musa, when it was actually 5 books, the Pentateuch books, written mostly by Moses. Muslims believe in the original word of Yeshua as inspired by God. If so, then the Quran is false. For again, there's Quran 3:1, and I think I hit him with the exact same thing again. Do I? No, I don't. Okay, a little different here. If so, then the Quran is false. For again, there is Quran 3:55 and Quran 61:14, which are lies. If so, then the Quran is false. For again, there is Quran 3:55 and 61:14. 61:14? What's the 61:14 stuff? Oh yes, 61:14, yeah. And their lies that Jesus and his followers about Jesus and his followers prevailing and being uppermost until the day of resurrection. Which can't possibly be true if the Injil is not the New Testament, because it's the New Testament that is prevailing. You know? This is referred to as Injil. Prophets received knowledge from God in forms of guidance, commands, or historical narratives. Yeshua was a prophet, and he received revelation, which the Quran says he was preaching from the cradle with. You believe that, right? Quran confirms in Surah 5:46 that he received guidance, instructions, and light. So there is no question that Yeshua did indeed get inspiration from God. Christians often ask, where is the evidence of this Injil? Right. If the Injil is not the New Testament, where is the Injil to make Quran 3:55 and 61:14 truthful, and not lies about Jesus and his followers being prevailing and being uppermost until the day of resurrection? Where is that Injil? There is no physical evidence of it. Right, Quran 3:55 and Quran 61:14 are then lies, are they not? But does lack of evidence mean that it did not exist? It certainly helps to believe they did. It certainly helps to believe they did not exist, that is for sure. This is fallacy in reasoning. How so? Just because no one today has seen evidence of the Injil, this does not mean that it did not exist at all. Let's see here. You know, I think I'll read more. Okay. Whether they existed or didn't, the fact that the New Testament is uppermost and not lost, like the Quran Injil, like the Islam Injil, is proof that Quran 3:55 and 61:14 are lies about Jesus and his followers prevailing and being uppermost until the day of resurrection. It's also proof that the Quran is a joke and a lie when it tells Jews and Christians to stand firm upon the Torah and Injil. It also makes it a lie that a Christian should use the Injil to judge therein of the Quran with Quran 5:47. It also makes it a lie and a joke to come to me for my reading, not my reciting, but my reading of the before scriptures with Quran 1094. It also makes Quran 4, 136, 150, 151, 152, 2, 285, and 40, 70 through 72 lies for telling you, a Muslim, to make no distinction between all his books if the Quran is the only book of Allah that is not corrupted. Face it. If the Torah and Injil are corrupted, then Quran 16:101 and 2:106 are lies when it says Allah abrogates scriptures that had been lost or forgotten, replacing them with something the same or better. It also proves that the Quran is a lie about not being able to change nor alter Allah's words. And you know something? I better end it here. Yeah.